We've all been wondering why DSTV prices are expensive in Ghana and why we don't have any other options or competitions in Ghana, and I'll tell you why. Our Honorable Minister Sam George has given DSTV an ultimatum. He has given them up to August 7 to either reduce their pricing by 30% or pack up their things and leave the country and go back to South Africa. But I don't think DSTV can afford to do such a thing, and I'll tell you why. We've all been wondering why DSTV prices are expensive in Ghana and why we don't have any other options or competitions in Ghana like let's say ESPN or um Bein Sports or even cheap local pay TV channels. And the reason is actually simple. The answer lies in exclusive football rights, foreign policy, and how the market is structured to block competition. Let me break it down for you. Now, let's start with the biggest reason. MultiChoice, the parent company of DSTV and SuperSport, hold exclusive rights to the English Premier League across the entire sub-Saharan African region. Now, that means in Ghana, no other TV provider, not even Bein Sports or ESPN, can legally show live EPL matches in the country unless they license it from DSTV themselves, which it is something that I don't think that they would do. And the rights aren't cheap either. They pay top money for it. Now, SuperSports pays £298 million per year. That is roughly $400 million annually just for the Premier League alone. Now, La Liga hasn't come, Serie A hasn't come, and the other live events that they show on the channel hasn't come. Just Premier League alone, they pay over $400 million per year. So you can understand why they charge us a lot. Now, that is one of the most, the 400 million that they pay is one of the highest sports rights deal globally. It is only behind markets like the US and China. So it means when it comes to the Premier League rights, Super Sports pays some of the heftiest monies there is. Now, you may ask, what about Bein Sports? Bein Sports mainly focuses on North Africa, Europe, and the Middle East. They don't see West Africa, especially Ghana, as a profitable place to market now. And even if they wanted to, just like I said earlier, DSTV holds exclusive rights to the Premier League. So even if they want to come, they can't show the Premier League, UEFA Champions League, La Liga, and all the matches that we usually like to watch. They can't show that. So it will basically mean they run out at a loss. It's like opening a chop bar with no jollof or banku before you even start the business. Your business will collapse. You understand? So there are a lot of things that goes into all of this. Now, there's also the issue of infrastructure and regulation. To run a pay TV platform here in Ghana, you need expensive satellite infrastructure, government licensing through the NCA, local content requirements, and above all, you need cash to compete with DSTV. So you see, at the end of the day, everything boils down to how deep your pockets are. DSTV has the money. If you don't have the money, you can sit somewhere. Now, because DSTV holds the right, has no serious competitor, and recovers huge licensing costs, they are in control. That is why the prices in Ghana are higher than Nigeria, even though the CD has stabilized in 2025. Now, when Sam George asked them to lower their price, the answer that they gave is that it is not tenable. So what they are basically trying to say is that they can't afford to reduce prices without hurting their business. So it's all about the money. It's all about the money. So you see, when it comes to DSC, people don't even complain about the movies that they show. People complain though that aside from the sports, they basically show nothing because that is where their money is. That is where they spend most of their money. That is the sports. You understand? So it's like they've forgotten about the other aspects of their whole thing. And that is where they get most of their money from. That is their cash cow. And Ghanaians are paying heavy for it, comparing it to the other countries. Now, the reason why the cost is very expensive in Ghana here, comparing it to the other countries, is something that we still need to figure out. But as of now, Ghana is like Omuji sika ye Ghana for Omuji sika wa ya hopa. Now, what other alternatives do we have should let's say they leave. I doubt they leave, but what other alternatives do we have? Now we have Star Times and Showmax or even IPTV. I don't know much about IPTV though, but when it comes to Star Times, I think they show other matches, but they don't show what Ghanaians really want, which is the Premier League and then the Champions League, the Europa League, where like they get their money from. I don't think they have that. Now, when it comes to Premier League, I think Ghanaians can opt for Showmax Mobile. They have a Premier League exclusive site. I mean, only Premier League matches. So if you pay for that, I think it's about 55 CDs. If you pay for that, you can watch every Premier League matches on your phone. Then there again, I think that is about 55 CDs. But even with that, if you compare that to what the Nigerians are paying, I think Nigerians are paying a 25 CDs equivalent or 27 CDs. I don't know. So if you have a VPN, you can just take your VPN to Nigeria and then, do something illegal over there. That's just by the way. So unless Canal Plus comes in, you understand? Canal Plus is buying DSTV, or they've purchased it. They don't finish the purchasing until I think October 8th or so. They have to get a lot of legal things right before they can begin full operations. So for now, DSTV still has a say on pricing and everything. So unless Canal Plus, which is acquiring MultiChoice, decides to open the market or share rights, DSTV's monopoly will likely continue. You understand? So what do you think we should do? I don't know what we should do, but let's see how things go on. Let's see the response that they will give to our Honorable Sam George on August 7th. And let's see how things unfold. But for now, DSTV, they have grip. There are other alternatives like streaming and all that, but that also boils down to data services. And our country, as you know it, we don't have good data services in Ghana. So let's see how things unfold.